We're talking about words today. Talked about a word last week, grounded, going in a different direction this time. We're talking about a word that you've probably experienced in a few different ways, and we're going to do what we do and look at it in a different capacity. The word for today is commitment. So come on to the soil and the depths of the soil of this word and this concept with me, my friend. Welcome back to you. My name is D. Grant Smith, and I am the growth farmer for personal development through the lens of spirituality and storytelling. And in this capacity, we have fun in both of these realms because a lot of personal development can feel really serious and can feel like something that we have to work really hard at. And I don't know about you, but I spent a long time in this hard work hustle space and it really sucked. So I'm not necessarily interested in the hard work, sucky hustle crap, especially when it comes to me doing the work on myself to become the best version of me. I desire that to be an enjoyable experience. And speaking of enjoyment, we're going to bring some enjoyment into another word that gets kind of crazy sometimes. And maybe there's a C thing I've got going on here that we're going to be exploring on a deeper level. So, our word for today is commitment. Commitment is something that we, as at least Americans, get inundated with. And tell me, if you're from a different part of the world, I'm curious what commitment is for you and for your culture. I'd love to know this stuff because I like exploring the way different people think. But at least here in this country, commitment can come with a lot of different attachments. And also, it can come to us in different ways where we can feel different things about it. Sometimes something that we enjoy, sometimes something that we want to do and want to experience, and sometimes stuff that comes with a little bit of a price tag or a burden or an obligation or some sort of guilt if we're not doing it in a certain way. Let's think about commitment, at least from the ways that we here in the country. I live in Texas, in America, so commitment from this perspective is something that is pretty pervasive across a lot of different avenues. So there are things in this country that we are really inundated with and conditioned to fully commit ourselves to, like commitment to country, commitment to ideals, commitment to religious beliefs and principles and dogmas, commitment to family wholeheartedly, above all, without any sort of question or hesitation, commitment to another person when we enter into a particular relationship, like marriage. And in these commitments, it is told to us, and we are making this commitment that no matter what, I'm going to align myself with this ideology, with the beliefs and actions of this gigantic particular people, like country or religion or belief system, or I'm going to fully align myself and commit to being with this person. And I'm not trying to say that commitment is wrong by talking about it in these capacities, but I am trying to, or intending to, communicate, another C word, to you what commitment really is and how we can get it backwards so often when we are committing to other things and other people. And I'm using this hand signal to indicate that when our commitment is initially and most powerfully outside of ourselves, how is it that we can fully be committed to someone else or something else? When real commitment has to begin right here with us individually, because commitment is choosing to align. That's what commitment really is. And when we are given these all or none, no gray area spaces of what commitment has to be and how it has to look and how it has to show up, especially when it comes to our commitments to other people or to causes or to belief systems and dogmas, then it's really easy for us to get out of alignment with our true selves because we don't take the time to get to know who our true selves are. And in this growth process of becoming the best version of ourselves, it is important for us to look at what is it that we're actually committed to? Are we actually committed to love? Are we actually committed to understanding what love really is? Are we actually committed to our devotion to ourselves and to learning who it is that we really are? So, when we enter into any commitment, whether that's something that we're making for a specified period of time or making for the rest of our lives, we know where it is that we actually stand on values, on principles, on desires and dreams and ambitions. And in our commitments, we are still choosing to honor and love and respect ourselves first. Because typical in any relationship, we can enter into a friendship and be fully committed to being an awesome friend to another person. But if something happens where the relationship with this other person begins to really butt against us in the wrong ways, and it turns out that certain aspects of our values don't really align, we can obligate ourselves into staying committed fully and wholeheartedly and going along to try to get along, and that doesn't align with who we really are. And so if we don't really know what boundaries are, or we don't really stand in our full power because we don't know what that is, we can concede parts of ourselves to other people or to causes that don't actually align with what we really value and what it is that we really believe. And in this way, we're choosing commitment of someone else or something else, or to someone else or something else, over our commitment to ourselves. And real love is loving yourself wholly, fully, and truly, deeply, every single day. Commitment that I make to myself and to God is I love you, dude, every day, today and every day. And what commitment really is, when you boil down to the heart and soul of it, commitment is choice to align. And that alignment and that choice can be something that you choose to align with wholeheartedly, unconditionally. I choose to unconditionally love and believe in and stand beside you no matter what. When we butt heads, when we see things from different perspectives, when we disagree, I'm going to choose and commit to choose to still seeing you through the lens of love. And I don't have to agree with you, and I don't have to necessarily go along with what it is that you agree with or that you feel. That's okay. I still choose to love you. But commitment doesn't mean that it has to come with this like shackles that we're putting around our wrists and we become these slaves to some sort of other ideal or creed or belief system or relationship. Commitment doesn't have to come as some sort of form of slavery. And when we can look at it through a lens of unconditional love, but still choosing to be true to ourselves, then now commitment doesn't have a weight attached to it. Now commitment can be something that we enjoy, something that's fun, and something that blesses us. Because think about it from this perspective. A friend of mine that you have now been introduced to, my buddy Mojo, reminded me the other day, hey dude, I see you being consistent with the stuff that you're doing here on YouTube, and it's fantastic. And I thought, I'm consistent because I committed to this practice. I used to tell myself a story about commitment to doing regular YouTube videos. And my story that I used to tell was, I don't know if I can do this every single day. That seems like a burden. Trying to come up with some sort of video that I'm going to release every day, that sounds like really grueling work. And remember what I said about grueling, hustle, work, and how resistant I was to it? Well, because I had this story attached to the idea of committing to doing something like this, it felt like slavery. It felt like my wrists were tied or shackled and that I wasn't going to enjoy this at all. And what I had to do was recognize that commitment to doing something like this doesn't have to be in that vein. Doesn't have to be something that I hate, something that I dread, something that I don't like. It can be something that I enjoy. And so when I changed the story, self-concept, when I changed the story around what committing to doing something that I love doing changed everything for me. And now being committed to this process is something I look forward to every single day because I changed the story around it. I changed what the commitment actually meant. I have chosen the choice and the commitment for me in showing up here with you guys every day of the week, Monday through Friday. That's my commitment. It's not work for me. I love to teach. I love to tell stories. I love to share things that I'm learning with other people, people that I love, and I love you. Whether we've ever actually had a conversation or not, my energy towards you is that of love. I want to see you become the best version of yourself. I want you to join into this process of growth farming, continually growing into the best version of ourselves. That's what I'm passionate about. And I'm fully committed to showing up here every day of the week to help you do that. That's fun for me. That is enjoyable for me. That is me fulfilling my purpose. And obviously, I'm really passionate about it. So this isn't something that I'm committed to that sucks. This is something I'm committed to that is awesome. And choosing to look at commitment through that lens has changed the game for me. Now, one of the things that is also a choice and is also a C word is consistency. And when we commit to something, what we're really doing is we are choosing to be consistent with what it is that we are connecting with. Another C word. Man, lots of C words today. Choice, commitment, consistency, connection. When we go down this road, recognize, here's another C word, what is common? What is common for a lot of us is to commit sort of, and then back off when we meet some sort of resistance, or when we disagree, or when something just doesn't seem easy, or when we are not feeling like our best selves. And that's okay. But it's important to recognize that consistency and commitment have some beautiful, wonderful fruits that come out of it. What are they? Well, think about the people that you know that are consistent. And think about the people that you know who are really committed, who really show up over and over and over again every single time or every single day. And in your relationship with them, you know that they are really committed and you know that they're really consistent. What are the fruits of that? Well, you feel really secure and really stable, right? You also know that they're dependable. You also know that they're solid and that they're strong. And then when they say they're going to do something, by golly, they're going to do it. There's no wavering. There's no questioning. There's no, I don't know if they're really going to do this, and I don't know if this is really going to work. No. Stable, consistent, committed people, you can depend on them. There's trust that's inherent in that. And so when you find stable and consistent and dependable and trustworthy, man, align yourself with that. That is worth committing to. And if you want to be somebody who shows up in your life and in your relationships as somebody who is stable and trustworthy and solid and strong and consistent, then commit to doing this work for yourself, for you, because you are worth fighting for. You are the one person that you can't live without. So guess who deserves to be your best friend more than anybody else in the world? You do. Guess who deserves to be your true love? Who has your limitless, unending commitment, no matter what? Your limitless, unconditional love, no matter what. Guess who deserves that for you? You do. So fully commit to yourself. Choose you first. And before you get into a commitment with anything or anyone or any ideal or belief system or whatever, get to know the real you, the soul you, the you that exists beyond all the stuff that we typically identify ourselves with, and commit to that relationship of getting to know who you are and align with who you really are, your true divine self. And begin the process or continue the process. Commit to the process of becoming the best version of you, because you are worth investing in, you are worth fighting for, and you are worth committing to. And if you, my friend, want help in rewriting your story, rewriting your self-concept and becoming the best version of you, I would love to help you do that. I'll put my contact info in the description below. We can have a conversation about what that looks like, because rewriting your self-concept has been the transformational thing in my life that has taken me from all kinds of places that were really terrible and really sucked into a place of peace and happiness and joy and love and light every single day. Or as I say, today and every day. If you're on board with this and committing fully to you, drop that down in the comments below. Yeah, D. Grant, I'm on board. I'm committing fully to myself because I know that I'm worth it. And I choose me now. I believe in you, and I'm so proud of you. Get more from me, including some awesome, badass, and amazing inspirational stories and teachings that will totally bless your life and help you become the best version of you right now at growthfarming.com. Put a link for that down in the description box below as well. I appreciate you being here with me today, my friend. Blessings to you. I appreciate you. I love you. And I'll see you again soon.